right, class, welcome back to EdVantage. I'm Matt Fisher, your accounting professor. In today's video, we're going to continue with this decision-making process, and we're going to look at make or buy decisions. So we've got this part that we actually make right now, and here are the costs associated with it. When we make this part, the materials cost $6, the direct labor is $4, the variable overhead is $2, so our variable costs are $12. Our fixed cost in my example, I'm going to put them right here, are $40,000. Right, so there are our fixed costs. Right now, a supplier comes to us and say, you make this part right now, you can buy this part from us for $14. So do we want to make the part or do we want to buy the part? So right now we're making 10,000 of these. So 10,000 times 6 would be $60,000. 10,000 times 4 would be $40,000. 10,000 times 2 gets us $20,000. So this totals up to $120,000, but we've got fixed costs. Okay. In this example, we're going to assume that the fixed costs are relevant costs, that if we don't make this, then we would eliminate our fixed costs. They would be relevant. So I'm going to put down here $160,000 in total costs. Now, if we divide this by our 10,000 units that we're making, that gets us a cost of $16. Okay? If these fixed costs are relevant to our decision, then this would be our cost, and we would actually want to buy this. All right? However, sometimes these fixed costs aren't all relevant. Maybe only some of them are relevant. All right? So what we want to do then is I'm going to erase this 10,000. I'm going to leave the $16 there. But let's assume that if we buy this, we do have $14 for the purchase price for this part. But let's assume that we could avoid $10,000 of fixed costs. So what that's telling us is that, well, let's put that down. If we could avoid 10,000, that means that we would still have 30,000 of fixed costs. Since we're leaving these apples to apples, we're going to say, okay, if we can avoid 10,000 if we buy, then we would still have 30,000 of fixed costs. And it's $14 per unit, and we'd be buying 10,000 units. So 14 times 10,000 is 140. So then, in this example, it's saying that the total cost for all of these items that we're going to buy would be 170,000 because we would still have 30,000 of fixed costs. So 170 divided by 10,000 units would give me a per unit cost of 17. So now if this were the scenario, then guess what? Now, I think you can see this, we wouldn't buy it, we would actually make it. All right, so I've kind of got two scenarios here. My first scenario is, this is what it's costing us to make it. We could buy it at 14. In this scenario here, then we would buy it. All right. Now we're looking just at financial information here. We'd also want to make sure that they're going to deliver on time, that the quality is still good, right? So we're going to look at some qualitative things as well. But based strictly on financial, if this is the situation, we would buy. However, if fixed costs would still be incurred at $30,000, even if we buy, then what happens is the buying cost actually goes up because we're still incurring these fixed costs. And the buy would then be really more like $17. So in this case, if this were the scenario, then we would continue to make it at $16. All right? All right, class. I hope this has helped. We still have another video in this series, so I know we've gone over quite a few already. We looked at special orders and discontinuing, make and buy, all right? So stay tuned and look at the next video to help you with more decision-making processes.